Now you all know about my unbridled obsession over Percy Jackson. If you don't, get to know it. Here are the most popular questions I get pertaining to the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series and the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. Do you want Percy and Annabeth with anyone but each other? Absolutely not. And if you do, that is unacceptable. Literally nothing else makes sense. Some people would argue that Percy and Annabeth have had romantic chemistry with other characters. Unless you are talking about Rachel Dare, which made sense 2 books ago, but doesn't at all now, I don't agree with you. For instance, some people think that Raina and Percy developed romantic chemistry in The Son of Neptune. No. Guys, eye contact between 2 characters doesn't always mean that it's something more than eye contact between 2 characters. Chemistry is something that appears near instantly between 2 characters and intensifies or diminishes alongside plot. Raina and Percy have great character chemistry, like they complement each other in the way that Tyson and Percy complement each other. The kind you're talking about? No, not seeing it. Basically Percabeth forever. That's what's up. What is my favorite book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series? The Last Olympian. It was just so amazing, all those battles, all those brave kids. Rick Riordan is a master at tying everything together. And okay, I'll admit it, I'm kind of a sucker for humongous battles between good and evil, and the kiss at the bottom of the canoe lake. Who's my favorite character in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series? Percy Jackson. What isn't to love? He's the best. One of the only fictional male characters that I respect 100%. Percy Jackson's not perfect. He acknowledges his mistakes and he tries to fix them immediately. I mean, sometimes it takes him a while to actually acknowledge the mistakes. But instead of that being annoying, it's endearing. It contributes well to his personality, to his character. He's loyal and he's brave, and he's got his priorities where they should be. His Percy always puts the really, really important stuff first. Friends, family, Camp Half-Blood. He's selfless, he's an awesome fighter. He defeated Ares when he was 12. He dove off his ship into Siren Bay to save his best friend without hesitation. He's so awesome even the gods are jealous. Anyway, Percy Jackson. My all-time favorite of this series. Saddest death in the PJO series? Luke, said a little voice in your mind. Actually, no. Halfway into The Last Olympian, I kinda saw Luke coming. I'd steeled myself for it. And it was sad, and so was Selena's. But the number one why death for me was Michael Yu. I know he's not that big of a character, but I fell in love with him so fast and so hard. It was like being handed a puppy to love and to cherish, and then the vet saying, "Oh, actually, the puppy's sick, we have to put it down, sorry," and taking that puppy away from you. Michael. Do I like the Heroes of Olympus series? I adore the new series. It flows perfectly with the previous one. I love the new characters, the plot, the new villain, and the third-person point of view is so great. Who's my favorite character in the new series? That's rough because I love them all so much. I love Piper, I love Hazel, I love Frank, I love Jason. But I'm gonna have to go with Leo Valdez. I fell in love with him immediately, and he managed to survive Riordan's character-killing wrath so far, unlike poor Michael Yu. So this little puppy is one I get to keep. His character is genius, heartwarming, and makes for some awesome comic relief. Do I like Jason Grace? Why am I getting this question so often? And why does my response spark such dubious remarks? I adore Jason Grace. In fact, I'm having a really hard time understanding people who hate him. They keep saying it's because they like Percy better. They want more Percy instead. They keep comparing Jason and Percy keeps coming on top. Guys, I don't know how you could have possibly not picked up on this, but Jason Grace is Percy Jackson's Roman twin. He is a blonde, somewhat shyer version of Percy. This parallel was written blatantly. This was done on purpose. And it's startling to me how many people haven't noticed that. The reason why Rick Riordan keeps having characters compare Percy to Jason is because they're similar. It's kind of the point. So how could you hate Jason because he's not Percy when Jason kinda is Percy? I love Jason because he's like a slightly different Roman Percy, which is interesting. Remember that character chemistry we were talking about? The way Rick Riordan has set it up, the character chemistry between Percy and Jason is going to be so great. Do I think Rick Riordan is a good writer? Absolutely. One of my favorites, actually. I went to one of Rick Riordan's events when he promoted the final book of the Kane Chronicles. There were more teenagers and adults there than children. In my opinion, anyone who can capture the attention and adoration of both adults and children has got it. Do I like the Lightning Thief movie? Meh. As a movie, it's actually alright. As compared to the book, it's absolutely horrible. This has very little to do with the actors. I don't blame them for booking a job. The writer and the director, shame, shame, shame. The awful thing about the movie is the fact that absolutely nothing from the Lightning Thief book, save for Medusa, and even that was off, happened in the movie. It's basically an entirely different story with the same name. And you guys know me, I'm super lenient. I don't mind directors taking a few liberties in book-to-movie adaptations. You've seen The Hunger Games, sometimes it's for the better. This is a no. This is a huge no-no. This is taking one look at the book and going, how about we just use the names and the book title? Sound good, everyone? And that to me is annoying because why? Camp Half-Blood or Roman Camp? Camp Half-Blood. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with Roman Camp. It's just, holy cow, I wouldn't survive. My pain tolerance is embarrassingly low. Like, I stub my toe and it's like, ah, it's the end of the world! Oh my gosh, ah, no! The light! I see it! I'm coming for it! Ah! And that's it! If you have any questions pertaining to Percy Jackson and the Olympians or the Heroes of Olympus that I didn't get to, comment below and I will try to answer them.